What is up, guys? Got a Pokemon battle for you today. I'm using a new deck, the Chandelure Darkrai EX Vanilla deck, aka Chandy Beach, and I'm playing against the straight out Terrakion EX deck with Mew and Bouffalant, so the Super Bouffa deck, I guess that's being called. From the initial start, you'd think, well, this should be an auto loss for me, but with some interesting card rulings and with massive amounts of luck on my half, I managed to pull through, and it was an interesting match. Stressful as hell. Really had to think and plan my moves, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. So anyway, let's get into the match. Okay, so let's get this battle rolling. So we draw our cards. I get my first 7, and I've got a Darkrai as an opener. Now that's not really the card I want to open out in this deck. Very rarely will I be using Darkrai's attack. He's mainly there to give me the free treat. I really want to get that Litwick promo, so I can start getting Pokemon on the bench. I do run obviously 4-4 on the Chandelure line, but no luck on that front. So my opponent's going to mulligan. That's going to grant me 1 extra card, and still got no other basics in there, but we have got a couple of Ultra Balls. So we are going to do the coin flips, and he calls the head, so it means he gets to go first. And my Darkrai is going to be quaking in his boots because that's a very angry Terrakion EX, and when that starts getting energy on it, it's really going to hurt for the time to do weakness. So we draw a card and we get ourselves into the Vanillish. So we're going to Peacom, stick that guy back into the deck, and get out the Litwick. And also have a look in the deck as well, see what we've got available to us, what sort of resources are, we kind of work at what price. Obviously I have my videos sped up when I do my commentary because it's so boring to do like a half-an-hour match, but at the time I'd be kind of planning on what I've got available. So I'm going to use the Ultra Ball and get rid of a Energy Switch and a Chandelure to get out another Litwick, and I'm going to also be playing my Juniper. So I've got rid of one of my Deluxes, one of my Chandelures, but I do run 2 Super Rods, so and I still need those in price. So from the Juniper, we got ourselves the Terrakion, a Vanilla, attached the Flying Energy onto Terrakion, and we've also got the Tropical Beach. So turn 1 for me has been really good, and we've got a Tropical Beach, so that means we get to draw cards until we have 7 and it ends our turn. So 4 more cards drawn. And yeah, no catches, but we have got the second Deluxe that I had and a Chandelure, so at least we can hopefully rip into a catcher and start getting things evolved, and we can start doing damage. So he's going to attach the Flying Energy onto his Terrakion EX, and that's all, and just hit me for 100 damage. So that's a big smash into my Darkrai. I'm going to attach the Dark Energy onto him, so I really need to get him out of the way. We're going to evolve one of our Litwicks into a Lamphead, and what else are we going to do? We are also going to retreat, get that guy out of the way, very reluctantly, also I was thinking, and then we're going to put forward our Terrakion, and it looks like we're going to use the Energy Switch, move that Darkness Energy over to Terrakion so at least I can attack. And also we're going to play the Ultra Ball. Yep, we are. We're going to play Ultra Ball, and we're going to get rid of the Vanilla, because I don't need it, and a second Chandelure. So that'd be 2 of my 4 Chandelures that have now been discarded. But it doesn't really matter, because if I play the first Juniper, I'm now going to discard my second Vanilluxe. Now you may be thinking, why the hell have you discarded your only 2 Vanilluxes, and why do you bother starting on that? Well, like I said before, I have 2 Super Rods in my deck. I haven't drawn into them yet, but I know neither of them are prized. So by having these guys almost evolved, hopefully next turn I could get into them. I was hoping obviously from that Juniper I would rip into one so I could get them back in the deck, but hopefully later on we'll get into them. So anyway, we put 30 damage onto his Terrakion EX, and he attaches the 3rd energy onto him. So he's going to be pumping up smashing for 90, and also be able to attach 2 energies from his hand to make his bench Pokemon. He's going to play a potion, so that's going to negate my 30 damage, and by playing an Ultra Ball he's getting rid of his second potion and one of his Tool Scrappers. And he's got himself out the normal Terrakion. He obviously likes the full art versions, but I prefer the non-full art versions. So, he didn't attack, he decided to go for the beach because he had an empty hand. So, interesting, because obviously he's not going to get the KO, but he's obviously hoping that by beaching he's going to get himself the catcher, so he can just catcher forward my Darkrai, but obviously to no avail. So from my end, we're going to get ourselves a Chandelure evolved. And it looks like, there we go, we've got our 2 Super Rods. So, we use the Super Rod, and that way we can get one of the Vanilluxes back, and then both the Chandelures. No point in getting both the Vanilluxes. So we'll put those guys back into our deck, and shuffle. And now we can land crush him and start getting some more damage on the board. So obviously Terrakion EX has the 180 HP like most of the EX Pokemon. So he's a 2-shot away from a double prize KO, and now I've got the damage lead. So I'm feeling confident, but still fearing that catcher. There are 7 cards in the hand. Every time he drops a card, I'm fearing it's going to be a Pokemon catcher. But Bouffalant followed by a Fighting Energy. And then he's going to play that's the 3rd potion, because obviously he played one, then he discarded another one. He's playing an Ultra Ball, getting rid of N and a DCE, so he's going to get himself another Pokemon. So he's got himself a Mewtwo. And his final card, guessing it's going to be either Bianca, or there it is, it's a Juniper. So he's basically putting more cards out of his deck and upping that chance of drawing into that catcher. And this is where I really wish that I had room for catch in this deck, because I can see all these Pokemon out there with no energy attached to them. It'd be so good to catch a Storm, especially, you know, Terrakion with the 4 retreat or Terrakion EX with the 3 retreat. But also, like I said, no room, and he whiffs on that catcher, so that must suck for him. So I'm going to put the 90 damage over onto my Terrakion. I'm going to play a Sharon, and from a Sharon we've got a rare candy and a Chandelure, so that means we've got 2 Chandelures evolved. And I'm thinking, should I use the max potion? Well, there's no real point using the max potion, because if I do that, he catches forward it, hasn't got the Eviolite on it, so it's still going to be a 1-hit KO. I really need to get an Eviolite out. I only ran 2 in the deck, and I said numbers are very, very tight, so that basically protects Darkrai for that extra hit. And unless it's Tool Scraps the Eviolite, he's not going to one-shot it. So we're still umming on what we're going to do here. But the only option really is Land Crush onto his Terrakion EX, really apply the pressure, because next turn he's going to want to either take out my Darkrai or he's going to want to take out my active Terrakion, and I can just curse Shadow from my Chandelure, and I'm going to get a knockout anyway. So we're going to even up on the prices, unless obviously he manages to rip into his 4th potion. So he's going to play an Ultra Ball, getting rid of 2 random receivers. So again, he's really thinning out that deck, pulling out a 2nd Mewtwo EX. So I don't know if this is scare tactics, he's trying to, you know, make me panic that he's got all these really strong Pokemon on his bench. But he plays the Bianca again, hoping to get into that catcher, and I'm just sitting here fearing it, and seeing EXP share, which I'll get to in a minute why he's going to be gutted that he's playing EXP share. He's going to drop an Eviolite onto his Mewtwo EX, and it looks like there's a Fighting Energy onto Terrakion EX, and there's no catcher. So he's going to pump up Smash, knock out my Terrakion, get himself a prize, and attach another Fighting Energy from his hand onto his Terrakion EX. So I'm going to put forward my Chandelure and draw a card. And we've got ourselves a Lampent, so our 2nd Lampent, so we will evolve our Flipwick. And then we'll do 3 damage from the Cursed Shadow onto his active, knocking that guy out. Now, this is very interesting. He's got EXP shares, but if we read EXP share, it actually states that when your active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an opponent, attack, movement energy. I didn't attack, I just used an ability. I placed damage counters, I didn't damage from attack, so EXP share does not trigger. So we cannot attach the fighting energies from Terrakion onto his guys with EXP share. And at the same token, his normal Terrakion Retaliate attack has similar text. It only does 60 more damage if I have attacked and hit the Pokemon knocked out via attack, and I didn't. It was only from placing damage counters. So unless he gets another energy onto that Terrakion, he's only allowed to retaliate for 30. So that's where this really plays in my favour. So we're going to go for that max potion, you know, basically hoping, praying to God that out of those 3 cards he doesn't have a catcher, but at the same token, I'm going to end my way in my hand because I got his stat from the prizes and try and get myself a Eviolite. But I don't. But I do get the Darkness energy and a 2nd Darkrai. So we're going to retreat. I just moved the energy around this easy and have drag 4 cards, and that means I'm going to run another Cursed Shadow. And I'm thinking, where should I put these 3 damage counters? And I'm just thinking, oh, well, obviously, I'm going to want to take the EXs. The EXs yield me 2 prizes. Yeah, it may take a couple of turns more, but, you know, I'm up to, if I can get another EX, I'm going to really make him sweat. So I'm going to go for the Terrakion EX. And then I get to Beach, so I get to get my hand back up to 7. And there we go, I've got the Eviolite. So that means and I also have a Pecom, so I can Pecom away my Vanillux, drop down the Litwick, and next turn I'll get a Rare Candy into another Chandelure, but there he goes. He ends away my hand, so he drops me back down to 4. And there goes the catcher. So he's finally got himself the catcher, but he said he catches Darkrai, but this is what I was talking about. He thinks he's going to retaliate KO, but no. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack during his or her last turn does 6 more damage. I didn't attack you, schmuck. I only put damage counters. So put those 2 fucking prizes back that you've now seen what they are. You know? So that means if they're catches, he knows they're catches to pull them forward. He's only hit me for 60 damage. So to quote my brother, as I often do, pick your fucking chin up. So we're going to draw into a card, and it's only a fighting. We really want that to be a dark. So we will end away this hand and get ourselves 4 more cards. And there we go, we've got the darkness energy. So we will apply that to our Darkrai, and that way we can retreat Darkrai out of the way, get him out of danger, and put forward one of our Chandelures. So hopefully, if I'm clever, I'll put forward the Chandelure that has the, I should put the one that has the darkness energy on it, but that one originally did. I'm just being stupid which cards I'm putting forward. So we'll put forward Chandelure, and that way we can be 30 more on his Terrakion EX, and then we'll beach. So that puts our hand back up to 7. And we have got another max potion, but still not got that Eviolite. I really want to get Eviolite on that Darkrai. So he's going to attach the third energy onto his Terrakion EX, and again he's going to end me back down to 4. So every time I get my hand back up to 7, he puts me back down to 4. But if he knocks out my Darkrai, I've got another one in my hand. So I may go 2 prizes down, but at least I will still be able to use his ability to allow me for a free treat. So that's only 9 damage onto the onto my Chandelure. So again, he must be gutted. There is no catcher for him. And so we draw into a fighting energy, and we're obviously having a little think about what we're going to do here, but it's pretty obvious we're going to. What we should do is put 3 damage from this Chandelure onto Terrakion EX. Split it up to 9. We'll then retreat out into our other Chandelure, which unfortunately doesn't have a fighting and a darkness energy attached. And we will do another 3, so that puts him up to 120. So we're only 2 more curse drops away from getting another double KO. We're just looking at this. We've got a fighting energy on him, so it might be a good idea. We could, instead of having the catches, we could do the forced switch. We could put forward and leave the Bouffalant. The Bouffalant's got a retreat of 2 more than Mewtwo. So yeah, we will then play ourselves a beach. And there we go, we've got ourselves that Eviolite. So hopefully, but again, every time I beach, this guy gets himself a fucking end. So that's got to be, what, 3 times in a row? So that's 3 ends. So I'm looking, he's still got 1 more end left if he runs the 4. But at least we have got the Eviolite, and we've got the darkness energy. But I need to heal Darkrai if there's any point of me, using the max potion. So we're going to put the dark energy onto our Chandelure, and this is brilliant. That means we can put 30 damage counters on his Terrakion EX, retreat into the other Chandelure, and put him a 30. And that means we're going to knock out a second Terrakion EX before that even gets a chance of getting an attack off. So it does mean that I have got a lot of damage on my Chandelures, but like I say, that prize trade, I'm going to get 2, he's only going to get 1. So another 3, going to knock that guy out and get another 2 prizes. So see you later, Terrakion EX. And we've got ourselves into a Chandelure, so we'll get that guy evolved, and we'll play down the other Terrakion and a fighting energy. So I'd say I'm in a pretty good position. So checking the discard, what we've got available, is much point we playing the Super Rod. I'm thinking probably no. So there's Beach. Draw another 4 up to 7. So we have 12 cards in deck. And yeah, I think we're sitting in a pretty good position. So he's laying down a 3rd Mewtwo EX and a 2nd Bouffalant. So he's obviously really trying to, I know this is like mind games, he's trying to kind of like show me that he's got a lot of resources left, or again, maybe he's just putting these Pokemon onto his bench because he's going to try and Bianca and really up that chance of getting that much needed catcher. But at least his Mewtwo has got 2 energies on it. And there we go, he finally realises this is ridiculous, that he hasn't got into a single catcher, and I said to him, I've been drilling it all day. So he's going to heavy ball and pull out another card out of his deck, so he's really deck thinning because he really wants to get into those catchers. We've only seen 1, now there may be 1 prize, there may be 2 prizes. I may be so lucky that the fact there's only 1 left in his deck and they're all prized. So he's going to knock out my Chandelure and get another prize. And I'm just going to ask him how many cards he's got left in his deck, because it's quite interesting to see like all these Junipers he's playing and Bianca's. He's only got 12 cards left. So we draw a card and we've got ourselves a dark energy. So we're going to pop that onto Terrakion. So if he knocks out my Chandelure, I'm obviously going to be able to retaliate. I was kind of umming whether putting it onto the other Chandelier, because obviously I won't be able to retreat him at the moment. But we're going to put that Eviolite. Are we going to put Eviolite onto Darkrai? I don't really see that much point because it's going to get killed unless. Oh, I see what we're going to do. I'm going to play the Super Rod. I'm going to pull out Vanillite. It looks really. Why didn't I just get 3 energies? Okay, I got Vanillite for. I still haven't got Vanillite evolved. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. But anyway, we're going to play Juniper, get rid of a few guys, and then we're going to draw 7 more cards. So our deck is currently at 14, and now that drops us down to quite a low number. But the reason why I did that is, I guess, because I really wanted the chance of getting out the Vanillite, and also I've got the. So I'm going to put 3 damage counters first on the active from Chandelier. Looks like I'm getting ahead of myself, but play the max potion! I'm screaming, play the max potion! I bet I've had that max potion now I've Eviolated. Am I thinking, what am I doing? Play the max potion! Oh, okay, I wanted to put it on Mewtwo, so I'm deciding that I'm going to go for, again, I need to get 2 prizes. I'm not going to take time and just knock out one. I'm going to actually go for the EXs again. So we're going to retreat this guy and make a mess of my bench, and we're going to put forward another Chandelier, and please, for the love of God, play the max potion. So do 3 more. Play the max potion! I'm screaming to myself. And so we're going to Slippery Slopes as well, so I'm going for maximum amounts of damage. What I'm actually thinking here, I guess my plan is Slippery Slopes, basically once in a turn, I have to switch my active and my opponent has to do the same thing. I'm guessing he's going to want to put forward his Mewtwo EX, because that's the only thing that's got energy on that's going to attack, but he decides to put forward the normal Mewtwo, so we kind of saw through my idea. But play the max potion! Play the max potion. So we energy switch the Dark over onto the Chandelier, so that can retreat, and now we play the max potion. I see why I wasn't playing it. I was waiting to make sure that energy didn't get wasted. So, right, and then I guess we're going to retaliate for 30. We might as well. Yeah, we retaliate for 30 because I don't really want to beach because my deck is very thin at the moment. But as soon as I get the Eviolite on, he plays the Tool Scrapper, so that gets rid of it. So as much as I was stressing about getting an Eviolite, it's kind of a null point. So he's going to put a double colourless onto his Mewtwo, and he's going to Juniper. So what is that going to reduce himself down to? What, 4 cards left in his deck? Has he got the catcher? Has he got the catcher to retreat? And just by his, oh my god, he hasn't got the catcher. So yeah, and he starts moaning that the program is broken. But you may be bad at shuffling. His next card, so his 4 cards in his deck, 2 were catchers, 1 was a prize. His next card was a catcher. So but he decided to scoop. So he didn't have faith in the cards in his deck. So that's really, really fortunate for me. But I really enjoy this deck. I think it's quite cool. I like the idea of having the Vanillite in there, but maybe I'm thinking just take it out and just be happy with doing 60 damage a turn, and that way you can use Pokemon catchers. I'm running free. It's a free 2/2 line, so that's essentially 3, 5, 7 cards that I could have for valuable sort of trainer cards. I could have catchers in there. I could have more max potions, more Eviolites, because obviously need to protect Eviolites. Need to protect those Darkrai's. But yeah, it's a quite cool deck. I saw it on 6 prizes. I thought I'd give it a go. I didn't copy the list completely because I didn't really like the trainer sort of the supporter line. But yeah, quite cool deck. I do love Chandelier. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and catch you guys later. Bye.